Demon Slayer Season 4 just begun, and like all of you, I'm not excited. Just kidding. We are so close to the Infinity Castle arc, and Ufotable are so bad for teasing us like this. I have a funny relationship with Demon Slayer. I started off watching this anime as a non-manga reader, but during the course of season 3, I got spoiled on so many things that it forced me to become a manga reader. I'm not even mad at it, that's just part of the game, bro. Just like most of you, I asked myself, how the hell are they gonna use 8 manga chapters to make an entire season? And the answer is simple, my friend. I have no idea.
Really, nigga?
But one thing I do know is that this is the calm before the storm, the appetizer if you will. Next season is where we'll be eating good. We got a taster of what to expect in the first few minutes of the episode with Sanemi and Obanai investigating a specific castle, and they notice a demon carrying a woman. Y'all know what that means.
Yeah, boy.
This portion of the episode was single-handedly the best part of it, and I have to give a huge shout out to Ufotable for including this scene in the episode because it was entirely anime original. Not only did they do this as a way to add some action to the episode, but they wanted to show off Sanemi and Obanai's breathing styles. And let me just say, they did justice to wind breathing and serpent breathing. Visually speaking, wind breathing has to be one of my favorite breathing styles next to sound breathing and love breathing.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I really didn't know how snake breathing was gonna look like on screen, but Ufotable did a fantastic job with that. It looks so cool. I really liked how they decided to pair up these two Hashira specifically, just for us to see how different their fighting styles are as well as their personalities. Obanai is much more chill and relaxed, but Sanemi was standing on business in this episode. He was taking pride in slaying these demons. Bro was living up to his title as a demon slayer. The two of them continue fighting off the demon fodder, wondering where all of them are coming from. As they follow the demon into the castle, they are instantly transported into the Infinity Castle for a brief moment, and fam, I got chills when I saw that scene. I was over here crying, why can't we just watch the Infinity Castle arc right now? After their mission, Sanemi and Obanai return to participate in the emergency meeting. Ubuyashiki's wife is holding the meeting because the master is on death's door. His wife basically gives a recap of what happened in season 3, from Tokito and Mitsuri activating their Demon Slayer marks and Nezuko being able to walk in the sun without getting burned. She lets them know that Muzan Jackson is definitely gonna try and capture her to cure his vitamin D deficiency. She insists that they all stay strapped up because war is coming. She gives the history about the origins of the Demon Slayer marks and how they came to be. The marks first appeared on Yorichi and the first swordsman centuries ago, and surprisingly none of the Hashiras have ever heard of this before. One of the reasons why this secret was kept in the dark all these years was because many other Demon Slayers would torment themselves if they couldn't manifest their own marks. In other words, they are simply not built like that. The interesting thing about the Demon Slayer marks is that if you have one strong Demon Slayer who activated his or hers, the other Slayers around them are more likely to activate theirs. The most likely reason why Tokito and Mitsuri awakened theirs was because Tanjiro's mark was already awakened. Think of it like the flow state, you know, when one person gets locked in, the rest of the team is likely to as well. Ubuyashiki's wife asks Tokito and Mitsuri to explain how they got their marks, and Mitsuri explains it the way she knows how, and she done it in such a goofy and adorable way, and these lot were looking at her like, what the f is she talking about? So Tokito clarifies how he awakened his, and he tells them that you have to be in a life-threatening situation and your heart rate and temperature needs to be high, so you basically need to be hot. The funny thing is Mitsuri basically said the same thing, but they're just not intelligent enough to understand her. The whole info dump about unlocking the Demon Slayer marks was good and all, but throughout this entire exchange I couldn't help but think the Hashira who probably could have gotten their mark first would have been Rengoku. Man's fight against Akaza could have been the best chance for him to unlock it. Bro, he was the fire Hashira, so he would have had the high temperature on lock. As for the rapid heartbeat, well, Akaza turned him into a donut, so there's that. If he had a mark in his fight against Akaza, I'm not gonna lie, he still would have got bodied. Because you see Akaza, this guy is a straight menace. If you know, you know. I think Rengoku would have held up a bit better though if he had that boost. RIP to the GOAT, gone but never forgotten. Ubuyashiki's wife tells all of the Hashiras that in order to stop Muzan, all of them must awaken their marks. But she tells them that there's something about the Demon Slayer marks, and all of the Hashiras are shocked to hear what it is. For obvious reasons, I'm not gonna spoil it for you lot, you'll find out soon enough. Tomioka leaves the meeting because he wants to, and him and Sanemi are about to throw hands, and Gyome thunderclaps the entire room on some Hulk shit. telling everyone to chill out. And that was so funny, fam. He was so calm when he did that. That's what you call spiritual power. The warrior monk proposes to the other Hashira that they need to create a Hashira training program so that all of the Demon Slayer core can become stronger, because there's only a matter of time before the thriller begins. They have to make the most out of the short time frame they have. All of the Hashira agree on this, and so the training begins. And it was good to see Tengen back again with his 3 wives after everything that happened in season 2. He's one of my favorite characters in this show, and him acting like a drill sergeant was so fun to see. But you see, the Hashira are not just training the Demon Slayer core for them to become stronger, but the Hashira members outside of Mitsuri and Tokito are also using this in hopes of unlocking their marks as well. Later that night, Lady Tamayo, remember her from season 1, is met by Ubuyashiki's Crow, who gives her the rundown on everything that's going on with his health, and he tells her that because she helped the Kamado family, Ubuyashiki wants her to help conduct research on Nezuko and to assist in defeating Muzan. And listen bro, I'm not gonna lie, that Crow's voice took me the f out. I did not expect that Crow to have such a deep ass voice. Fuck the Hashira training arc. I want to know who the hell is training these crows. Shit, it's probably Itachi at this point. This Aizen Crow is probably pulling the strings behind the scenes. Bro, he's for sure the final boss. In this episode, they pretty much covered half of the arc already, even with the filler in the beginning. And I'm not gonna hold you guys here. In my opinion, I think this arc should have been an OVA instead of a full-on season. Ufotable could have made this arc similar to the Levi No Regrets OVA, where it's still canon to the actual anime and will tie into the Infinity Castle arc. This arc will pretty much have no action until the final episode, where shit will hit the fan. And because this is 8 episodes, they're most likely going to include filler. My prediction is that they're probably going to have Tanjiro and the gang train with each of the Hashira per episode. The pacing of season 3 wasn't really that great, and there were a few good moments, but it was lacking in certain areas. With this being a slower season, I think Ufotable can use this opportunity to flesh out certain things which were rushed in the manga. These episodes can also be used to foreshadow, and in particular for character building moments for our main cast. Ever since season 2, each Demon Slayer season has been less than 12 episodes, so maybe the next season could be where we return back to the usual 12+ episode count, if Ufotable doesn't decide to milk it. Thank you to everyone who took out the time to watch this video. Please like, share, and subscribe for content like this. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Comment your thoughts down below. Check out the links in my description for some anime figures if you're interested. And until next week, stay blessed.